So everybody's been asking me so much, who's the best Fortnite player in South Africa, who's the best. Today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 of players who I think are currently the best in South Africa. This is all based on my opinion and also based off of competitive placements. I'm just looking at who does the best in competitions, and that's basically it. If you guys do enjoy this type of content, please smash the like button. If you don't do it right now, you have 5 seconds to do this. There will be a snake in your bed when you go to bed tonight. Don't try it. I don't make the rules. Use code Rakic in the item shop. It's the easiest way to support me and help so much. Use code Rakic for 20% off your exit lag order if you do want to do that. Link down below gets low ping. Anyways, I don't want to waste too much of your time. Let's get into it. Okay, so going into our number 10 position, we've got Bojos. So Bojos and IGL for sure. Zakis and CK, they perform really well. They came, I think, first and best of the best, which is nuts. That's the biggest shot on we've seen this season. Bojos is insane player. He's insane IGL. He's not the greatest fighter, but he has 2 insane players to fight with him. Of course, he does hold his weight. Of course, now he's gone back to Namibia, which gets him 180 ping. It's not ideal, but that's why he's not ranking as high as he should be. But yeah, Bojos is an insane player, and he has ambitions. He's probably one of the most determined players in the scene. He's probably going overseas with Zakis to Middle East to try make a name for themselves there. Hopefully they do well. But yeah, I'm going to put Bojo in 10th. Going into our 9th position, this is a little bit of a controversial decision, but I'm going to be putting Kareem. Kareem is undoubtedly probably the best player of all time in South African Fortnite issue. Maybe not, maybe second, maybe third, somewhere around there. But he does have the most earnings in ZA to my knowledge still. And he is honestly one of the best. He's made in-game earnings in Frosty Frenzy. He's got to heats before. He's got some good placements. He's got really good solo placements, really good trio placements. Of course, he isn't grinding as much now, but he's still, even without that grinding, one of the best in South Africa and still getting decent placements to put him in 9th. But yeah, I don't think it's fair to put him any higher or lower than that. But yeah, moving on to number 8. In number 8, we've got Keaton. A lot of people wouldn't put Keaton on this list, but I've played with him before. He is nuts. And another reason why I'm putting him there is because he has the most in-game earnings in South Africa, apart from Zako, who is on mobile. Keaton has the most in-game earnings in South Africa, which is around about, I think, $1,200 he's made money. In Frosty Friends, he's made money twice on Winter Royale, once making $600 for his duo, and once making $200. I think he also made on NA, so he made on EU twice and on NA. So that's a lot of money that he's made competitive tournaments, and then he still has South African tournament, which he dominated in duos with Travis. I just feel like you can't really put him too much higher on the list due to the fact that he hasn't really placed too much recently. He came first in a solo qualifier recently, but nothing too crazy to shout about. And yeah, that's why I'm putting Keaton in that spot. So a little bit of a controversial decision. I'm putting Woke in 7th. It's like Woke could easily be the best in South Africa. I mean, he plays a lot of Valorant. I've heard from a lot of his friends that the only time he comes on to grind and play customs is when he's getting fourth or spawn because he loves the ego fight. But yeah, Woke is a nuts player. I've always said it. A lot of people say when we weren't playing on Middle East, he's only good because of Keaton, but he's proved himself playing on Middle East. He doesn't even have to grind the game that much, and he still continues to come the first, second, and third, and always making money. He's made heats twice, maybe twice, I think. And also, I just personally think he's the most naturally gifted player in the game. He doesn't have to do that much, and he's just still at the top. Like, if he had to put the grind in, the work, and had the determination, grit, like Neymar, Bojo, whatever the case, I think he would be the best in South Africa, undoubtedly. And I think you could take somebody like this and put him into a different region, and he would do quite well. I think not to the point where he would be placing first in EU, but I think he would be doing quite well. His fighting ability is great, and yeah, that sets him apart from a lot of players in South Africa. Moving on, we have Psycho. So Psycho is one of the best, I think maybe the best solo player in South Africa. Hasn't really done too much in trios that is too noticeable. He's done decent in some FNCS and trio, but not anything crazy. But he has made heats and solos for FNCS. He recently made it to the second round of the qualifiers for the All Stars, but unfortunately didn't make it through to the final. But he's honestly had some really good placements. He's made money in FNCS before, and honestly can't put it past him. Psycho's a great player, and he's one of the best solo players in South Africa. Moving into our 5th position, this is also like really a bit out of there decision, but I'm gonna put CK. CK hasn't got the most earnings, hasn't got the most placements, recently coming up the leaderboards and stuff like that. But CK is easily one of the best fighters in South Africa. I'll put some clips on the screen now, but honestly, his mechanics, his fighting, his aim and stuff like that can really put you in bad situations. It helps so much in trios. He does decent in solos, and I think he's an upcoming player, even though he's in this 5th position, to be one of the best in the country easily. So I definitely think CK is up there, and I definitely see the potential of him being first one day. Okay, we're at the halfway point, guys. If you are enjoying this video, please make sure to like button and comment down below banana if you stayed this long. But yeah, going into our next position. Moving into our 4th position, we've got Travis. Travis is, of course, we know, one of the best in the scene ever. Like, he's a top 5 probably ever in the South African scene. Travis is nuts. He places us all the time. He's made FNCS heats multiple times. He's more known for his IGLing in his trio, but he does have some good solo placements. Nothing too crazy of recent and of late, but he is a good solo player, but he's mainly known for his trio performances, which he does really well in. To the next spot is Raven, or Rejects, a lot of people know him as, and Rejects is literally, like Woke, one of the most naturally gifted players in the game. He started falling off a little bit towards the beginning of the year, but pulled it back up and solidified his place into the top 3 of my list. He's placed a lot in solos, placed a lot in trios, known as one of the best trios in all time with him, Woke and Scar at Caddy season. Honestly, that trio was unmatched, unbeatable. But he has a lot of good placements in solos and on Middle East as well. And I think he's the most consistent solo player in South Africa in terms of South African tournaments, always placing the top 3, winning a lot of them. I think he's come first. He came first, second in a few solo tournaments. It was like a medal state and stuff like that. He's honestly one of the best. I can't put him past 3. I mean, maybe you could put him past 3, but I think he's easily top 3. Maybe I'm putting him a bit too low on the list, but yeah, Rejects is easily top 3 in my opinion. Moving on to 2nd position, this is a very controversial one, and I might get a little bit of hate for this. Maybe I'm being biased or whatever the case is, but I mean, I'm not really being biased, but I personally think Reebzy's in that 2nd position. Honestly, Reebzy is nuts. I mean, he's not the greatest fighter. He doesn't have the best mix, but his placements speak for itself. He's a great trio member. He's got great solo placements. He almost qualified for All-Stars. He made it to the finals of the qualification and unfortunately missed out narrowly. But he's honestly done insane in so many tournaments. He's been placing so consistently. I think he's won a few tournaments in South African scene, and it's just actually been, a lot of people used to clown Reebzy, and now he's at the top. So I mean, I can't really take it away from him. He's been insane, and round of applause for Reebzy. And then going into our 1st position, it was really hard to actually pick between Reebzy and this person, but of course we know who it is. It's Neymar. Neymar cannot be topped, I don't think. I think I said Kareem's probably the best in the scene ever, but I think Neymar's been at the top for too long since School Cup 2019. He's been at the top for too long. I think Neymar's a GOAT in South African history. He's definitely the best right now. Maybe the best. I don't know, maybe him or Reebzy. But yeah, he's placing first in all of these tournaments. He's made money in solo FNCS invitationals. I think the only person to ever make a finals of an FNCS in South Africa, which is quite sad to think about. We need to step up our game. Some EU players are doing it, like we can do it too. But anyways, Neymar is honestly the GOAT. There's nothing much to say about him. I mean, just watching his gameplay, you can see he's got the great mechanics, great aim. He's got the great mentality. Speaking to him, he's determined, and all of this kind of stuff. And I genuinely think putting him number 1 is fair. I think it's fair. But yeah. Okay, boys, that's my top 10 list. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like button, subscribe, turn post notification, all that good stuff, and share it to your friends. Maybe some of your friends want to know who I think is the top 10 in South Africa. But yeah, I love you guys all so much, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.